All right, here we go, guys. We're back with another episode. I'm Vince Delmonte. It's so good to be here, and I love answering these questions here. I'm going to do each one in 60 seconds or less. I'm pulling these off my fan page at vincedelmontefanpage.com, so if you're new to the show, then you can like that page up, and you can submit your question for a future episode. All right, let's get to it. We've got some great questions here. The first one's going to Sebastian. Sebastian wants to know, I've heard you say you do a morning workout and an evening workout. Trying that myself. Morning, lighter weight, time under tension stuff. Evening, heavier weight, 6 to 10 reps. What are your thoughts on this? Pointless, beneficial, dangerous? So twice a day training is an awesome thing. I learned how to do this properly via Charles Poliquin's 5-day hypertrophy camp. The way you suggest it is absolutely the wrong way to do it. If you're gonna do 2 weight training workouts a week, the first thing is to make sure you have a lifestyle to do it. You need to be doing these workouts within 4 to 6 hours apart, or else it's not effective. The whole purpose of the morning workout is to excite your central nervous system so that you recruit more muscle fibers when you return for your second session, where you would do more of a traditional bodybuilding style workout, multiple rep ranges, multiple exercises, a higher amount of volume. The AM workout is what would be called a central nervous system workout, where the workout is completely revolved around working within your 1 to 6 rep max. You're doing like eccentric loading, wave loading, modified Hepburn method, anything that fires up your nervous system. If you want to learn how to do this properly, join Hypertrophy Max when it reopens December the 18th. Go to hypertrophymax.com and join the waiting list. Okay, so the next question goes to Cody Moxley. Cody says, does it create more stimulus on a muscle to keep the weight constant and decrease the reps as you fatigue, or progressively drop the weight to maintain a specific number of reps? All right, so this is a good question. It really depends on the goal of the training. So if you are in a volume training phase where you're intentionally doing more volume to experience the benefits of that, you're intentionally overreaching to experience a greater supercompensation after effect, then what we'd want to do is drop the weights. And the whole purpose of the workout would be to achieve the volume. So if it said 12 reps and you hit 8, it would be ideal to drop the weight and keep going until you get those 12 reps. Now, in terms of stimulus, there is benefit to fatiguing the muscle by shortening the range of motion and just continuing to move it in the range you control with the same weight. That's going to be more beneficial if your goal is to stay strong and keep your weights heavy. So really, this question depends on your primary goal. So, ultimately you can use both of those things. The key is to cycle them in and out of certain phases. Okay, so the next question goes to Andy Russell. He says, hi Vince, I watched the last episode and you said that BPAC trained his calves 5 days a week to make them grow, but I thought you needed to give the muscle rest for it to grow. And could you then do this for another muscle group, example chest, which is my weakest and smallest body part, or biceps, triceps? Yes, you could do this for smaller muscle groups. You can train smaller muscle groups more frequently. Just keep in mind that your body has limited recovery resources. So you can't keep the volume the same on everything else and increase the volume on your arms or your chest and expect them to grow. People do this and they're like, oh, it didn't work for me. Well, yeah, it's because you didn't drop the volume on the other things. Remember, your body has limited recovery resources. So the goal is kind of to shuttle all those resources to those body parts that you want to see the growth in. So you could do this certainly for arms. I believe we answered this recently. You could do it for chest. One thing you do, just at the end of every one of your workouts is to knock out 100 push-ups. And once you can do 100, knock out 150. And if you're just to start doing that, that's definitely going to start increasing the thickness of your chest. So that is one way to bring your chest up. Okay, so the next question goes to John Moffitt. John Moffitt says, how do you bring out your wings? Or do you try and be technical, or to be technical, your lat spread? Okay, so he wants to improve his lat spread. I have a thick and well-defined back in all other areas, but just not there. Okay, so developing your lats is easy. Wide grip pull-ups is obviously a great exercise, but you need to do them properly. Watch 2 episodes that we recently uploaded with Ben Pakulski and I think it's like #1 back training tip. I forget, the #2 back training tip, but it shows you how to properly do wide grip pull-ups and how to do lat pull-downs. The first key is to ensure that you're going into full extension. Most people just care about how many reps they do, so they're not fully lengthening their lats at the bottom, so they're not going to initiate all the musculature. That's the first thing. Another thing is to ensure before you pull on your pull downs is that you have scapular depression. That way you're not initiating from your arms. A lot of guys just create a lot of bad habits because most people don't learn how to selectively, properly recruit a muscle when they first start weight training. So they get caught up in just getting stronger, create bad habits, and they create movement patterns that initiate from the wrong muscle group. So most likely it's just going to require you to watch those 2 videos on from Ben and I and to start retraining your movement patterns for those exercises. Okay, I got another question here from Gustavo Mata. Gustavo wants to know, should beginners go for training splits or training 3 times a week full body and focus more on strength? Okay, so when we're training a beginner, the main thing to understand is that beginners are weak. And when a beginner is weak, when someone is weak, we can train the muscle group more frequently. This is why we use full body workouts for beginners. So a full body workout for a beginner would encompass 3 workouts in the week. They could all be full body workouts, so approximately 8 to 10 exercises per workout. But the key is to use a variety of rep ranges. Your body adapts to rep ranges quicker than probably any other variable. And we could change up the exercise selection as well, but most importantly, the variable that needs to be manipulated from workout to workout is the rep ranges, which would also result in the rests. So here's a typical workout. Maybe one workout we do 6 sets of 6 on all of the exercises. Then our next full body workout we do say 4 sets of 12. And then another workout we do say 2 sets of 25. So we're hitting the different fibers, we're hitting with different exercises, different rest ranges, and different rep protocols. One quick question, last one here, we'll sneak in here. It's from Rhonda. Rhonda's a 44-year-old female. Hey Rhonda, what's up? And she wants to say that left arm is weaker than the right. Lift what works for right or the left differs by 10 pounds. So this is where you apply the weak side rule. So what we do is we never do more reps on the strong side than the weak side, okay? Until the left side can keep up. So here's how this would work. If you were doing bicep curls and you could do 10 reps with your left arm with 15 pounds, you wouldn't do more than 10 reps on your right side, even if you felt like you could do another 5. It's as simple as that. It usually takes a couple weeks, a couple months to start minimizing. There's no such thing as a, mostly, I would say almost everyone has a slight imbalance, but you really want them to be as close to 1-to-1 as possible, okay? All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching another awesome episode here. I hope those responses were helpful to you. And I want to answer more questions. If I haven't got to yours yet, we definitely will in the near future. All you need to do is like my fan page, vincedelmontefanpage.com, and then post your question when I ask for them to be submitted, and we'll add it to the batch and we'll get you in here. All right, in the meantime, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it. You know what this is all about. And those are the small things you guys can do to help me out. All right, take care, and we'll see you soon.